We're going to do a Porsche Boxster slash, well, 986 Porsche Boxster, 987 most definitely, and 996 slash 997 911 seat disassembly real quick. So stay tuned, check it out, and hopefully this can help you either take some apart for shipping or put them back together. So number one thing we're going to need is a seat. Here we go. So we're going to start off, oh look at that, bonus change. We're going to start off setting the seat up like so, getting the underside bits visible. I'm just going to do this one take, guys, so your first time is probably taking a little bit longer, or hopefully it won't. So we've got these white clips. Just yank these little parts right up right here, and these pivot from the, well, they kind of both sides. Of course, since I got it on camera, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Well, anyways, these pivot from the back, and of course, there we go. That's going to be like the hardest one I've ever done before. So that looked tough, but we're just going to pop it back in. Same one for this guy. The key is to pull these clips out first, because those are what secure them in. So these want to come out, so we'll just ship these with the seats. They'll pop right back in when it's time. Some people won't do this. I like to pull this part out right here. Just makes the whole process a little bit easier. You got some electrical connectors. One is already removed if you remove the seat from the car. Another one you can pull right here. It's going to seem like it's probably unnecessary right now, but you'll see why it helps later. Next, you've got some, basically they're Porsche factory zip ties. So you're going to want to remove these. I mean, literally, they're just zip ties. So actually, I'll actually show you up close. Literally a zip tie. So it's no big deal to clip these off. Whoever the buyer is or the next person's going to put them back together can easily do that. If you're the buyer, just remember that. Some basic black zip ties. It's going to be 3 or 4. In this case, obviously, yeah, that's right. Interior upholstery works. It's most definitely not an exact science, even right from the factory. These things differ a little bit. Okay, so there's 3. I think that's pretty much the normal amount. While you're under here, we got these clips, the zip ties. There's one Phillips head screw right here. You got to remove that. That's an easy one to forget about. So we're just going to go ahead and knock that out. I remember my first time unscrewing it. There we go. Alright, so again, the super important thing about this, if you're doing it or you're putting it back together, is to keep all your hardware together. So right now we got the screw. We're just looking at those other plastic zip ties. So now we've basically got, as best I can recall, pretty much everything you need under here. So next, while we're on this angle, we've got one item. It's a little bit larger, a bolt. This is going to be down the road. We're going to separate this seat back from the seat buckle, and that's going to take a 17 mil. So real quick, going to pull this off. You don't have to use a impact, obviously. Just makes things that much easier down the road. Again, we're going to keep that with the hardware. Guys, you can see the mosquitoes. I apologize for that. A little bit of delicious carbonated yellow water for those of you who like that kind of thing. Alright, so got that seatbelt buckle off. Next thing, So this is the driver's seat. So the seat belt control or seat controls are going to be on this side. This is two-way, it doesn't really matter. This stays put, this can come off. So that's super important to remember. Now use your plastic pry tool. You use a screwdriver with tape too if you really want to. That's up to you. The pry tool is a safer way to go. As you can see, it's already coming out. And you just kind of grab this and wiggle it. Looks like that. Put it with the rest of our hardware. Now you don't actually have to remove this. The seat control can kind of stay with the base. It will remove. There's two really small, maybe like T5 drive star drives. You don't actually need to remove those. They're good to go. Now the next thing you do need to remove is the seat bracket cover. Again, plastic pry tool on that. Just go to a clip. There's going to be some leaves and who knows what else. This car was wrecked, so the other one had some glass in there. But anyways, these are replaceable. You might want to. They've got that nasty soft touch material that's easily tears apart. So in theory, unless I forgot something, at this point, you basically should just do it. Pull. Yep, there you go. Pull that up. Nice. Glad I didn't embarrass myself there. So seat bottom's ready to come out, except for these electrical connectors that we already removed. This guy right here is going to stay with the top, and this random guy. Oh, maybe not. Oh, here we go. Yep. Seat belt buckle. We'll just slide this under here. So the seat base, we've got that right there. So we've got the slider and the back still attached to the slider. So we're actually getting super close. So at this point, we're going to flip this back vertical to the normal position. Being careful to watch out for the seat and put these aside. Get this other hardware out of the way. All right. All right, so for this outside section by the controls, we've got a, what is this, T45. And as always, guys, you don't have to use any kind of power tools. It just makes it a little bit easier if you're heavy. You can also pull this out. It's not really necessary. Same T45. There's going to be another screw in there. I don't know if you can see it, but same thing, T45. Another external hex torque drive. And then also, on each side, we've got a, see if I can find my, oh, there it is. 13 millimeter standard hex. You can use 12-point of-course socket. There we go. All right, so there's three total hard bolts that actually keep the seat back to the frame on each side. This section right here just cracked. That's something in my listings. No, there you go. We'll just throw out there as not included because they're usually in pretty bad shape anyways. But you've got your hardware. So this section is removed from the slide rail. So next we're just going to flip this around and do the other side. If you're lucky like me, might even make 25 cents while you're doing it. So same story, you can actually see this one a little bit easier. Same thing, so two T45s. Alright, so there you have it. There's one last item connecting the seat back to the slider. Is this, oh, well, never mind. You don't actually need to remove this. I guess I'm just going to remove this for no reason. You've got a rail lock set up right here. It's removed by a clip. You can actually remove this. Oh, maybe that's why I did it. It makes it a little easier to ship it because you can adjust it without it, but it's not necessary. So this is actually your detent selector for your latch up here. So there you go, pretty much. If you put this in the right position, you don't need to adjust this, and everything else is good to go. So now basically, got these separate sections. You throw your seat back on here, and your seat back up here. There you go, guys. It's ready to ship. It's going to ship in a way better box, and if you're the receiver, you'll receive something like this. Hopefully it'll be nicely wrapped in bubble wrap if you bought it from me, if you bought it from somebody else. I hope so. That's pretty much it.